My name is Ananya Sharma and I am a singer and a songwriter. I think the only struggle that I've faced so far is convincing people in my life that music is more than just a hobby and something that I do on the side. And it was definitely hard starting to pursue my career surrounded by doubt. But slowly and surely, I have been able to change many people's perspective around that simply by doing what I do and working hard and having sort of a headstrong vision for my future as an artist and for the things that I want to achieve as an artist. So I guess it all comes down to just being yourself and doing your thing. I have definitely faced plenty of indirect rejection when it comes to my own music as a solo artist. But luckily it hasn't brought me down so much simply because I remind myself always that as much as I write songs to share them with people and for people, the process starts with me and ends with me. And the only reason any of my songs reach fruition in the first place is because I love doing what I do and I love creating the music that I create. So that's a great reminder to have. My favorite part of being a musician is getting to be creative for a living and channeling that creativity in different forms, whether it's through teaching or commercial work or my own art, and at the end of the day sharing it with the world. So my motivation to create, I think, comes out of the necessity of keeping myself sane more than anything else. Because from the day that I started writing till now, I always write out of intensity and not with the intention or expectation of releasing what it is that I'm writing. And I think that's simply because music has always been such an outlet for me. So I'm almost conditioned to create music or write something when I feel very strongly or when I feel connected to something, and that happens a lot. So of course, when the material feels mature and when what I have written starts to feel like it's in the right place for development, that's when I really work on arranging it, and that's when I think of release. But when I'm writing, I'm just thinking about what it is that I'm feeling. So it happens very naturally. What intrigues me to keep going is just how much I have left to learn, both musically and personally. Every day of creating something brings new revelations about who I am as a person, and that definitely keeps me on my toes. I think when I'm in the headspace to create, I can find inspiration in literally anything. It can be something as elaborate as a concept, like a well thought out concept, or it could be inspiration from other art, like a painting or a movie or a book. Or it could be something as vague or ambiguous as a sound. I often find myself inspired by sounds of nature and even random beats and time signatures that I hear in like construction happening on the floor above. So inspiration can be very diverse, and that definitely gets my creative juices flowing. One of my biggest inspirations is this singer-songwriter and guitarist called Becca Stevens. I think I'm both personal and professional depending on the setting. So when it comes to my own musical projects, I definitely start off by explaining the intention of the music and where it's coming from, and that is more personal territory because I'm explaining to my collaborators the roots of the music. And when it comes to professionalism, I'm very clear about communicating what my expectations are, and at the same time being very respectful of the people that I work with. So this obviously also applies to commercial projects and things like that. So I guess it's a combination of both. I think as much as I may cringe at my vocal ability from my previous releases, I don't think that I would change a single aspect of my art, because those songs as they are definitely a huge part of why I have developed this way and the artist that I have grown into today. So wouldn't change a single thing. I think the biggest aspect of growth for me has been the self-confidence that I've developed over the years. And how that has led to me taking complete ownership over every little part of my creative process and musical process. The best piece of advice that I can give to my audience is to support your favorite artists and show up for them, because we need it. Whether it's showing up for the gigs or doing something as simple as sharing the music on social media, every little form of support counts and means a lot to us, and it helps us go on and continue what we're doing.